these celebrities were just as funny in real life as they are on the big screen. Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 funniest celebrity-on-celebrity interviews. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at times celebrities interviewed each other and tapped into the funny.
And by snow, you mean I would be a cocaine addict.
Number 10, Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell.
A smash you in the face casserole.
Yeah, thank you. You want to try one?
What's your favorite Xmas song?
These two had teamed up to make us laugh in The Other Guys and Daddy's Home. But for Daddy's Home 2, Wahlberg and Ferrell made us laugh even harder when they interviewed each other for IGN.
What is the most embarrassing thing you've ever done?
I'm not done with the question yet, sir.
Wahlberg rushed through the questions, barely letting Ferrell answer, and playfully attacked him for ruining the interview.
Your interview?
Yes! I know, I'm interviewing you,
Is
sir.
that the way it is?
I asked a question.
The way Wahlberg relentlessly berates Ferrell is hilarious. It's almost as if they did the interview in character. Wahlberg as the aggressive tough guy and Ferrell as the docile beta male.
How do you get a squirrel out for
Well, I'm glad you finally asked me a proper question. You pull down your pants and you show me your nuts.
Number 9, Tom Holland and Benedict Cumberbatch.
Okay, what's your earliest Marvel memory?
Iron Man 1.
Yeah.
Or Spider-Man, the comics, you know, or the cartoons growing up as a kid, watching Spider-Man and swinging around in my living room.
In another IGN interview, two of our favorite Marvel superheroes took a break from saving the world and assembled to ask each other some fun questions.
Who has the better goatee? Doctor Strange does.
They struggled to remember what S.H.I.E.L.D. actually stands for, and when put on the spot, came up with some pretty funny alternative meanings.
Loads of helium, identifying elephants, landing, dancing.
Okay, I'm gonna guess that that's not what it stands for.
They then moved on to deeper stuff, like quality of healthcare that Doctor Strange provides to the Avengers, and if they could face multiple tiny-sized Hulks. The only thing goofier than the questions are the answers that Holland and Cumberbatch come up with.
Does Doctor Strange provide free medical services to the Avengers?
Absolutely not. Not free. Very expensive, like in this country.
Number 8, Sandra Bullock and Ryan Reynolds.
And then
Is he a really good friend now?
No, I had to kill him.
If you thought the proposal was funny, then you'll love this unscripted interview between Sandra Bullock and Ryan Reynolds.
Maybe.
Is this director still an
I don't know.
It wasn't just the things they were saying themselves that are funny. It's the way that they said them that really makes you laugh.
What is the biggest favor you've ever asked of your personal assistant, Sandra?
To birth my child so I didn't have to experience the pain.
Ow.
They play off of each other perfectly with their goofy sense of humor, joking about ridiculous things they've asked of their personal assistants, and telling embarrassing stories from previous projects.
I like saying old-timey too.
It's a great...
But when you say you go, old-timey.
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 Even when they were touching on serious topics such as body issues or near-death experiences, they managed to turn it into something funny.
I didn't just want the day to end, I wanted the year to end.
Number 7, Miley Cyrus and Liam Hemsworth.
What do you really think about all my friends?
Yeah, you've got some crazy friends. They're fine though.
We got to see their characters fall in love and develop a relationship on the big screen in the last song, but perhaps their real-life relationship is even more entertaining.
Miley, what would you say that you learnt from me during the filming of the last song?
Probably just what not to do on a film and how to seem professional.
In this unscripted interview, the two joked about their personal lives together. Miley teased Liam about his gross flaws, and Liam made fun of Miley's cooking skills, or lack thereof.
You warm things up really well.
Thank you.
With this interview, we got a bit of an inside look into these two on-screen love interests' off-screen relationship in everyday life, which is part of what makes it so funny.
He picks his nose all the time and it's really disgusting.
Better out than in.
Number 6, Emilia Clarke and Sam Claflin.
What if it's set in water? What if it's a water event? You know,
well, my kind of fire just floats.
Ironically, it seems that it's the co-stars of dramatic movies that give some of the most comedic interviews.
The first time I met you.
They wrote it, I didn't write it.
Ooh, I don't know, I thought you were actually intelligent.
USA Today had Sam Claflin and Emilia Clarke interview each other for their movie Me Before You, and things got a bit silly.
What's something I do that gets on your nerves.
They may fall in love in the film, but in this adorable and sweet interview, they revealed the things they don't like about each other, and got into a debate over which of their most famous characters would win in a fight.
I've never seen one weapon in her hands.
She'd find a way of getting some fire, and she'd burn everyone else, and then she'd survive and win.
Number 5, Elizabeth Banks, Jennifer Lawrence, and Josh Hutcherson.
Like, I felt like the next question would be like, oh, so you can't read.
That would have been messy to ask.
Yeah.
If these guys had you crying during the Hunger Games, they'd still have you crying during this unscripted interview. But this time, you'll be crying from laughing so hard.
I had some guy tell me that his girlfriend read him all 3 books. And I had to be like, oh, that's really great, yay. And I was like, what?
Banks, Lawrence, and Hutcherson were laugh-out-loud hysterical as they asked each other questions about on-set mishaps, told stories of off-set bonding moments, and just generally made each other laugh, making us laugh along too.
Yeah, Josh and I synchronized Hanson.
She's lying about everything.
Yeah.
Just the stark contrast between how dramatic and emotional their movie is, compared to how jovial and cheerful this interview was, is enough to have you smiling.
Were you excited when you got the role of Effie?
Oh,
No, because wait, hang on, let me just say.
What is she gonna say, no?
No, because I know she wasn't, no. I heard...
Number 4, Chris Rock and Tracy Morgan.
Would you ever do a reality show?
Hell no. No.
These two comedy legends have made a living on making people laugh.
This is a mug. You can stick this face in dough and get monster cookies, man.
So is it really any surprise that when the two of them joined forces for this unscripted interview for Death at a Funeral, hilarity ensued? Morgan told a clearly fictitious story about a love affair with J-Lo that you can't help but laugh at.
Secret love. And she would sing that song, Secret Lovers. That's what we are.
And somehow the completely straight and serious looks on their faces makes it even funnier than if they were cracking up. And like all the greats, these two comics poked fun at themselves as well as each other and the industry itself.
What's the worst piece of acting advice you ever received, Tracy?
Don't be yourself.
Number 3, Jennifer Lawrence and Kim Kardashian.
But I was just thinking, because I asked you to get me Gas X, and I remember Kanye looking down the table like, oh my God, she farts.
When Jennifer Lawrence guest hosted Kimmel and interviewed Kim Kardashian, things got crazy.
Do you think it's a coincidence that Reggie Bush's wife looks just like you? I don't.
Lawrence couldn't manage to hold in her self-described healthy obsession with the Kardashians and asked all of the deep, penetrating questions she's always wanted to know, like whether or not Kim and Kanye fart in front of each other.
Like, do you fart in front of him?
I don't fart. What are you talking about?
You don't fart.
They also told a story of a raucous dinner at the Kardashian house that will have you unable to control your laughter. And Kim promoted her new makeup line that they couldn't help but notice has an uncanny resemblance to something else.
This is one of her products, which I think I have. Oh, never mind. No, I don't have that.
Number 2, Amy Poehler and Tina Fey.
Why did Amy Poehler cross the line?
For a laugh.
For a laugh.
Tina Fey and Amy Poehler are famous for their team-ups.
I think the thing that finally made me willing to do it was that someone asked me to do it.
That's how the craft works.
They've done unscripted interviews for their movies Baby Mama and Sisters, and both interviews are so funny, we couldn't choose just one for this list. Their goofy non-answers to some of the questions in the Baby Mama interview, combined with their deadpan delivery, will have you cracking up.
Best and worst part of being Baby Mama?
Yes.
There you go.
And the sisters' interview descended into absolute mayhem as they could not stop making each other, and us, laugh with stories about ghosts and weird places they've been recognized before.
And what's weird is she didn't know who you were until she saw your vagina.
She's like, oh, now I recognize you. Yeah.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
If you are a male, you might want to see my side boob. Hope you enjoy.
Bundle of class.
Mirror, mirror on the wall.
That's not the question.
Not at all. Not at all.
Would the OJ versus the People be guilty pleasure? Because that was really fun
not guilty,
to watch.
actually.
Oh, yeah.
Number 1, Kevin Hart and The Rock.
Hey, what's up, man? All right, cool. Good to see you, Rock. All right, what we got here? Okay, we got over-the-shoulder shot. We got a shot right here. Okay, cool. Hey, boss man.
After a couple of movies together, Rock and Hart have become an unlikely comedy duo. They've also interviewed each other a couple of times, but the funniest has to be when they interviewed each other while impersonating each other.
I would throw my voice and be like, hey, he did the thing, and then he'd get into
They couldn't keep from cracking up as they watched the other make fun of their voices and mannerisms while conducting the interview. There's even a moment where The Rock does an impersonation of Kevin Hart doing an impersonation of The Rock.
Oh, he was great. Rock was great. He did that thing, yo. I don't know why I blinked right now.
Their hyperbolic performances of each other are side-splitting.
Thank you, Mexico. Thank you, China. Thank you, China.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.